Hey guys, today I just thought I would wrap up this karate season by kind of giving you an overview how our year went and how our grading day went. We did have our grading day on June 3rd. I did post an Instagram post saying that I would talk about it, so I just figured I would do that for you today, kind of show you some things and what we learned over the year. We started in, I believe, September, and it runs all the way to June, and it is 2 nights a week. So it is quite a bit of commitment, and it is from 6:30 at night to 8 o'clock at night, and we would even usually show up at like 6:15. So it is a lot of commitment. However, this year they did run into a problem. Our head of the club, she's called Wrenchy. Basically, she's been doing this for 25 years and she's been doing it at our school gym. And the reason why she was able to use the gym is because the janitors are there at that time of night, and obviously all the lights are still on. So the janitors are always able to let us in. However, this year they have really thrown a wrench into the karate club at our school, and it's not run through the school, it's run through our Wrenchy, which is just someone in the community. I actually worked with her 15 years ago, and she does it mainly for the kids. So I think I've mentioned in previous videos that karate did only cost us $15 for the whole year. Not $15 per class, not $15 per week, $15 for the whole year. So keep in mind, they do not make any money off of this, and they actually do put money out for insurances. And I know that like our gis, the suit that we wear, we pay cost for it, so that is $35 if you don't have a gi already, and then also our belts and our patches. So that is all at cost that we pay, and for the whole year you're talking, what, not even $100. $35 for the gi, $35 for your belt when you grade up, and your patch is $12, and then $15 for the actual classes. So the school was really nasty to her, actually. They told her that they were gonna charge her $5,000 this year to use the gym, which really makes no sense. They basically blamed it on COVID or something, how whatever the case may be. So it's really upsetting that after 25 years that they've kind of thrown this into her. So basically she cut down half of the classes. We were no longer going one of the nights during the week, and then when springtime came we tried to get to the park to do it outside so that she could cut costs. Yeah, so really upsetting how that all went down, and we're still trying to like fight with the township and stuff like that to see where we're gonna head next year, whether we're going to go to a different space, or if, you know, the school board can do something, because our Wrenchy did go all the way up the school board to try and speak to somebody about how the class works, and even invited our principal to the school one night to watch us do karate and see how it benefits not only the kids but the community itself. And yeah, she completely refused to even give her a call back, which is quite frustrating. The public school system in Canada, like I've mentioned over the years, is not the greatest thing here in Canada, and we have a lot of work to do. All right, future editing Tiffany here. I just wanted to include this clip because I decided to open a GoFundMe account to provide whatever I can for the club and for our club's Wrenchy. She does karate for the community and the kids out of the kindness of her heart. If somebody can't afford a gi, she will actually cover the cost, or if somebody, you know, just ends up forgetting, she covers the cost. And she's put a ton of money out because of the school this year. So I just wanted to help out whatever way I can. You guys know I don't have a lot of money. If I could, I would love to donate a huge portion of money to her. However, I just don't have the funds. So I thought opening a GoFundMe account would be the best way possible I can give back to Renchi. And if you guys feel like you have an extra dollar or two, it would be so much appreciated. If everybody that watches this video just donated $1, we could reach our goal and help provide for the club and give back to our Renchi to help keep this club going, because we don't know the future of this club just yet, and there's obviously more to come, but it would be so much helpful. So I will have a link in the description box below if you feel like you can donate. If not, please do not put yourself out of your way. It's just a way that maybe we can all give back to our club and keep it going. So I'd really hate to see it go under after 25 years. And yeah, so thank you, and let's continue on. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. That's kind of how our year started off. Nonetheless, we all worked very hard with the time that we had, and we've made new friends, and I've known a lot of the people in the community, even basically because of soccer. But like our Renchi said the other night, karate becomes a family, and it's really nice to be able to go into the gym and see the same people every week, and again, it becomes a family. I started karate because I wanted Damien in it, and it was mainly because of a disciplinary thing. He listens better or learns better through other people instead of his parents, and we thought he would do really well in karate, and he has done really well. And within the first week or so, I did notice I wanted to start. There was, I believe, one other mother that had started already, and I saw her doing it, and I know her quite well, so I was like, you know what, let's just do this for $15. You know, even if I quit halfway through, who cares? I started not realizing how much I would actually enjoy it and how much it became my workout twice a week, and it was quite nice to be able to have that motivation of someone pushing you to do better. Not that I had a hard time pushing myself, but it was just, if I was there anyways with Damien, watching him, I might as well be doing the workout with him. So it's been great because we got to stay separate as well. They keep the adults separate from the children and different belt levels. So it was good because Damien didn't get distracted by me, which he normally would if I was coaching him in soccer or something like that. So I always try and stay separate from Damien because, again, he learns better with somebody else. So yeah, the year went really well and we had fun every night. The mothers and I that started, we had a lot of fun. We would laugh and giggle, and when we screwed up, it would be funny. And now a lot of karate clubs don't like when you're not goofing off, but you're supposed to, like, if you screw up, you stay in your line and you get right back into it and you don't show any emotion. And that is because of, like, worlds championships. They obviously will know that you screwed up if you giggle or whatever. If you continue, they don't know the form necessarily, so you are able to continue without looking like you screwed up. However, this was something that us mothers just like to do because we're having fun at it. So towards the end of the year, we did get to try breaking boards. They do have plastic boards. They're like training boards that mainly the kids use. So we did do that, and a sensei from another club actually came, and I was able to kick through the board. And there's different levels, like different strengths, and I was the second from the strongest strength, and he looked over at our Renchi and basically said, like, okay, bring the strongest when I kick through, which was pretty cool moment to know that, you know, he saw my technique and he saw that my strength as well. So a couple weeks after that, we were able to learn actual wood breaking and the technique basically behind it and how to read the wood. And I punched through my first board, and they are about an inch thick, you can see. So on May 11th, 2023, I was a white belt and I was able to punch through this board, and it felt like a really cool moment because I had the confidence to do it all along. I've always been very confident in my punch and my kicks. It was finally time to show my strength and technique through this board, and I went through it no problem. So that was a pretty proud moment, pretty cool to be able to do that, and I look forward to doing more in the future. So then that was one of the highlight moments of the year, I believe, obviously towards the end. You know, we're constantly learning our forms, constantly repeating moves to learn the technique and the purpose behind the moves. We learned a bit of self-defense and stuff like that. And then our grading day came, and the only thing they tell you for grading is expect the unexpected. So I'm the type of person that loves to plan and be prepared for certain things. And no matter how many times I've done these forms, I felt unprepared because they told you to expect the unexpected. So it was really hard going into grading day knowing that I didn't know what was coming.
Right. Ready. Exercise form. Backwards. Begin. What's something I told you before grading day? Expect the unexpected.
However, we all came in with smiling faces and actually had really fun. They put us through a huge workout for sure. I was very sore the next day and even today, but we did our forms all different ways. So we learned 3 major forms as white belt adults, and we had a couple yellow orange belts that worked with us throughout the year because obviously they are further along, so they knew they had learned their forms as well. So there was 3 forms: exercise form, Chungjai, and Tangam.
Ready. Begin.
And those are the 3 forms you have to learn in order to move up to your next belt, which would be yellow belt. So come grading day, we did all our forms. We actually did a couple of our forms with our eyes closed. We did it with bean bags on our heads, and we also learned 27 movements, which is not necessarily a form, but you could call it that. So we did a ton of stuff. We did rolling on the mats. It's called break falling, so that if someone pushed you, you would know how to roll in order to get back up again quickly. We did some kicking and punching on the punching bag. What else did we do? We just did a ton of stuff, a lot of workout type stuff. We did burpees, we did push-ups, we did jumping jacks, we did running, we did all our exercises in that sense. It was kind of disappointing because I wasn't able to watch Damien the whole time, watching him go through his grading process, because he was able to do pretty much everything I was able to do that day and throughout the year. But I did obviously get to watch him throughout the year do karate, so it was kind of fun to be able to stand up there with him and be graded. So one thing we did do during grading day was break boards again. So I went in super confident knowing that I had already broken my first board. However, the nerves of the day and just like everything, and like you're put through like so much exercise. I had picked my board pretty much right away, knowing the technique behind it and how to pick a board, so I was quite confident. However, when I got up with sensei, for some reason nerves just kind of overcame me, and like obviously all of our family members are watching, so there was a lot more people in the gym that day. But I did try punching my board and I did not go through the first time. So I tried once more, did not go through again, and I was like, there's no way like that I can't go through this board. After the second try, they make you step back because you're just gonna hurt yourself because you've used all of your power within your first 2 punches or kicks or whatever you choose to do. So they ask you to step back and then the next person goes. So at the end of that, I did ask, can we try again with a different body part? And I did ask to kick. So sure enough, I did kick through my board. So on June 3rd, I kicked through my first board, but you can see the little red or brown dots here. And there's actually some dents from where I punched. I did cut up my knuckles pretty good and they were bruised. I did ice them when I came home. But yeah, so I did kind of dab my blood onto this board because I wanted to remember how hard it was to punch this board and not go through. And there's a saying that, you know, when you don't do something for the first time, you learn a lot, and for sure I learned a lot with this board. I had actually looked back at some pictures last night and I realized that my stance was incorrect. I had my wrong foot forward, and I think that had a lot to do with it. One, just because of the length you need to punch. You do test your board or do your, what do they call it? I lost the name of it, but basically you do three tests before you actually go to punch. So you measure, oh, that's what it's called, measure off. So you make sure you're at a good distance, your board is at a good height and all of that stuff. So yeah, I realized my stance, I was wrong, and maybe that is why I didn't go through it. So after that, definitely my hand was sore, and we started going through the process of grading everybody with their new belts, and it started all the way from white belts getting to what's called a yellow tip. So you have your white belt and they add a little yellow strip. So it was for white belts that, you know, couldn't always be in class or don't know their forms quite well, but they learned a lot. And obviously, you know, little kids have a hard time learning so much, but they pick it up so well. So the first grade up is the yellow tip, and then you go up to a yellow stripe, and that is what Damien got. So Damien did grade up to a yellow stripe belt, which is 1 step below obviously yellow belt. He did so well this year, which means he knew his forms and he was there for attendance. So if you don't know, karate grading is not only about knowing the moves, but how you attend, your attitude towards karate, your actual attendance, and then of course the actual knowledge of karate. So super proud of Damien for moving up to the yellow stripe belt, and hopefully next year he can get to yellow belt. So then time went on, yellow belts were given, yellow orange tip belts. So when you have a yellow belt, you can go up to an orange tip, which is just a little orange tag on your yellow belt. Then you can go to an orange stripe, which is yellow and orange. Us adults still didn't go up. So at that point, I did kind of have a feeling, because our Renchi said to us a couple nights prior that we would be working with bows next year, and you have to have orange in your belt to work with bows. So finally she did call us adults up and we got orange belts, which was so unexpected. We had worked so hard this year. Not only did we have fun, but we worked hard and learned our forms and tried to perfect our forms as much as we could. And yeah, so we skipped yellow belt. So we went right from white belt to orange belt, which is super exciting. And yeah, so next year we get to learn, I think, 3 more forms on top of what we already know, and then work with our bows as well. And if you don't know what a bow is, it is a long wooden pole, and it's basically like bow fighting. If you don't know what it is, look it up. But super proud of this moment, and obviously we got our certificates, but yeah, so that was quite exciting. So I just thought I would catch you up to speed with our karate journey so far, and I'm excited to do it next year. I've met a lot of new people and learned a lot of new things, and again, it's just a good way to get your body moving. And I definitely encourage whoever out there to try something new, because you might actually fall in love with that thing that you might have never tried or thought you wouldn't like. So again, I will have a link down below for the GoFundMe account that I am opening to help provide to Wrenchy. I will not be receiving any of this money. This is completely non-profit, and any money I get from this video I will be donating to the club. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys.